91 days. It's been a while, old friend, but the world was a different place back then. Feels like we finally have a sword now to fight back.
Well, the fight continues. We haven't won yet.
We're nowhere near winning. I think the work may have just begun.
So we got clearance to fly back to the United States and leave Romania, as long as it was done in secret. So our Twitters went dark, and at 2 a.m., when everybody was supposed to be asleep, they reopened the closed airport, which usually closes at 10 p.m. And we got here to board a transatlantic jet. However, for some reason, we've been stuck here for 3 hours, and the police will not let us go through. They say this for Tristan only, not me. Which doesn't even make
The Matrix.
sense. We don't know where it's from, and they're not letting us through. So, we're now speaking which is Romanian. We understand they're sending a team here now to see if they can clear this, which is European-wide. It's now 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:17 in the morning, to see if we can get out of here before sunrise, because if the sun comes up and the media picks up that we were supposed to have left, it's going to become a nightmare.
This is literally the story that will be told in thousands of years about heroes like Hercules, escaping and doing battle with corrupt governments and evil. In light of the complete and total breakdown we've been seeing from conservative loser tradcon men who can't stand men echelons, and when I say echelons, it's really stratospheres above them in terms of all measurable aspects of masculine performance, as well as a bunch of other triggered liberal women, the typical losers that have been slandering the Tates for a long time. I decided to release another video covering exactly how utterly fucked those people are, because this mission of freeing people from the slave mind, freeing people from the death cult of Marxism is really what it is just beginning. And make no mistake about it, masculine, competent men are the answer. And we're already seeing that they're the answer, given the fact that they currently preside, namely Elon Musk and Trump, over, let's be honest, the entire world, and people who are weak, pathetic, feminine, leftist, soy are reacting very poorly. So I think it's time to really internalize this war.
You know you are, Andrew? You know what we are? We are fucking back. We are so fucking back.
When I see this, what I think about is how the triggered men on Twitter/X are utterly unimpressive in every measurable domain compared to these two men. In literally every domain. And I'm not just talking about the respect that these two men hold of literally hundreds of millions of men worldwide, to which literally less than 5 people can hold a candle to, probably less than 3, Elon Musk and Trump, maybe one other. It's the fact that these two men have been stooped in war, stooped in conflict, involved with the never-ending war that is unfair, stacked against them, corrupt, tyrannical, all because they stand against the liberal hive mind, the leftist cult of counterfeit virtue that wages war against masculinity. And to see those same men preside over that death cult, transcend them, and in so doing prove the utility of masculinity is really something special. And when I say masculinity, I'm talking about masculine performance at the pinnacle, which is exactly what you've been seeing from Tate since the beginning of this Matrix attack 3 years ago.
No one has ever been more back than we just got.
They're on a jet that costs more than their haters' entire bloodline will earn in their lifetime, resting on Christian Dior pillows in tailored suits that cost tens of thousands, leaders of ultra-capable organizations, kickboxing champions, and billionaires. And I say all of that to contrast with their haters. Just contrast it. It's insane. It's the same vibes as losers standing in front of Trump Tower with signs that say Trump's a loser when they're standing in front of a golden skyscraper, a literal golden skyscraper that he owns while they're unemployed.
It's true. And we never really left. So now we're back. But we're starting from already kind of still being there, you know?
Yeah. It's like we never left. But
Bro, it's so epic to see these guys back in a jet. That's so cool.
still massively came back.
Because this is how they preside over all countries. You never know. He could pull up in your country, bro.
We never left, but we're massively back.
Pull up in your country, take your chick, take your trad wife, really trigger you and reveal the nature of women to you involuntarily. That's what all the losers are upset about on X.
Massive.
It's so funny to see men who call themselves, who want to think of themselves as like alpha, who want to think of themselves as leaders and competent, to get utterly triggered and reduced to shambles over realizing that hot women like the lawyer that represented Trump, still represents Trump, fawns over ultra competent men. Oh my gosh, why does she like them and not me? Your wife also likes them and not you, I'm being honest.
Without ever leaving.
Imagine not liking us.
Oh, that's a bad day for you, isn't it?
Woo-wee. All we do is win in the end.
All we do is win.
Imagine being that much of a loser.
Name a time the Tates have ever lost.
Not fucking.
4 criminal cases in a corrupt Romanian system. British cases on top. Name a time we've ever lost. Everyone thought, oh, they're done.
And now we're back.
This was my life only 3 years ago. Private jets, Gulf Streams, flying around the world, doing whatever I wanted, wearing expensive cashmere overcoats. Then they threw me in jail, but they forgot I'm a fucking tough guy. It's almost like I thought I wasn't a tough guy. Like I'm some rich kid. The only reason I had that life is because I started off as a fucking tough guy.
That's the reason why he's respected, by the way.
Small hiatus.
You feel that? It's the feeling of leaving Romanian soil. We're off the ground.
We're back.
We're back.
Small hiatus. Got to enjoy Romanian jail. That was fun.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It's nice to see all sides of the spectrum, you know?
Time is gone.
What else am I about to ask for?
Do you want some drink? Alcohol?
I would like
Look, you can see one of their numerous hot women in the back.
no strong alcohol. I would like a double espresso
Double espresso.
and a beer. Do you have any beer?
Sorry, we don't have the beers, but we have the champagne wine and
I'll take a double espresso and a whiskey then. Thank you.
okay.
You know, I'll have a coffee as well. We'll have 2 cappuccinos also. Since we've been in jail, I said, when our wheels take off from the runway in Romania, and when we sit.
Tradcons are so triggered, and not all tradcons, but the ones that, you know, are beta and soy, are so triggered that ultra beautiful supermodels and young hot women that are like 9s and 10s, while as their wives are 5s and 6s, find these men attractive and they don't. Really, the soy tradcon men are almost as mad as leftists over biology, if you think about it.
Sitting on the jet, drinking a double espresso.
And from the young man's perspective, why would we want to be like you if you're soy and pathetic and can't accept biology? Because we only live once. We can only have one life and we can only aim for one direction. Am I going to aim for the pathetic soy tradcon? Oh my gosh, I have 16,000 followers on X at my peak. My wife is a 6 and I think that superior men are just traffickers. Or private jet, adored by supermodels, respected by hundreds of millions, ultra competent in every measurable domain, rich, the list goes on, right?
And a beer. It turns out I was lying. It's got to be a double espresso and a whiskey. I lied to you. 791 days I kept you deceived, fooled into thinking you knew the outcome of this masterful dance I was doing. But the crescendo has come and crushed you like a bug under the heel of my shoe. How do you feel?
I don't care that you've randomly changed alcohol at the last minute after promising me for 3 years you were going to have an espresso and a beer on a private jet when we escape going to jail.
The Tates are back.
Didn't beat me. I don't care that you said whiskey now.
So why do I sense your anxiety, your anguish? Why can I tell that you feel upset a tiny bit?
For 3 solid years, you did tell me espresso and beer, and you have just changed it. Maybe you did trick me. Not that I care about any of this. For 3 years, you'd say,
Bro, the old Tate Confidential episodes are back. Let's go. You realize the next Tate Confidential episode is going to be from America? That's so lit. That's so crazy, bro. Oh my gosh. Imagine like them driving Bugattis and Ferraris in Miami, bro. Oh my
Monday,
God.
Andrew, we're going to bust this case. We're going to get away from it. Everyone thinks we're going to jail. We're not going to go to jail. We're going to be on a private jet. And I'm going to have an espresso in one hand and a beer in the other. And now, for some reason, he's changed it to whiskey. And he's attacking me with it. And it's kind of working.
You forget two things. At the last minute and right under your nose. Which,
Fine.
so you are upset.
I don't know what to say. Drink or drink.
Oh, he will. He will.
Landing in a private jet in Fort Lauderdale Thursday, the Tate brothers, Andrew and Tristan,
Interesting, their video edit didn't show them taking questions, just them sort of like escaping like gangsters, like mafia. That's cool. The Tates are literally in America. That's so incredible. That's so insane. Okay, so hopefully many podcasts of them to come, because we need to anger every single person that is enraged with masculine competence, because make no mistake about it, masculine competence is what saved the world. It's what has always saved the world, and it's what's saving the world right now with Elon and Trump. Both of which, by the way, have had kids with multiple women.